You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again.
When I was a little kid, probably around 6 years old, I was big into Scooby-Doo. Teletoon, a channel I'm sure everyone remembers, would constantly show reruns of the 60s television run of Scooby-Doo. Stoner Shaggy, Ditzy Daphne, Fuckboy Fred, Thought Velma, and of course the dog, all trying to solve mysteries, which always ended in a monster or a ghost being some old dude who wanted money or some shit. It was great. Imagine my surprise when Teletoon started advertising the television premiere of a new Scooby-Doo movie, one that wasn't made in the 60s, but right now being 1998. Oh my God. I was ecstatic. And then I watched the movie, and it scared the literal shit out of me. I had never seen a zombie before. Sure, 2 years later, I would end up playing Resident Evil 3 and get myself exposed to the true blood and gut zombies, but up until I saw this movie, I didn't know what a zombie even was. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island came out in 1998 and was originally a direct-to-video release. It tells the story of the Mystery Inc. gang now disbanded with Daphne and Fred running a ghost hunting TV show. Velma works at a bookstore, because what else could you see Velma doing, really? And Scooby-Doo and Shaggy working as customs agents at an airport? The fuck? Honestly, I'd have expected these two to be hotboxing in a ditch somewhere, but hey, whatever. For Daphne's birthday, Fred gets the gang together once again to go on a ghost hunting tour of New Orleans, and thus our movie kicks off. Right off the bat, this movie sets itself as having a much darker tone than anything we were used to seeing in Scooby-Doo at that point. Keep in mind, I was 6 when I saw this movie, and I mean, there was some genuinely creepy shit in this movie, like when the ghost of a dead pirate called Morgan Moonscar scratches Get Out into the wall of this kitchen and they catch it on tape, or when Scooby-Doo and Shaggy fall into the open grave and find a skeleton that literally comes to life in front of them, all zombie groaning and shit. This was frickin' horrifying for a little Colt. Scooby-Doo was a show that was directed at children, obviously. None of the stuff in that show was ever real, so kids could easily just hide behind the facade of the monster being a dude at the end of the episode. Not in this movie, that barrier was gone. This time all the ghosts and all the creepy-ass shambling, moaning zombies were real. I think this was actually the first time the series ever took that approach. The animation definitely aided in making this movie as creepy as it was. It's damn good. Very dark, but very detailed. And as a kid, I didn't really appreciate it. But as I got older, I couldn't help but think to myself, wow, this animation has a very anime look to it. It's obviously not anime, but it was actually animated by a Japanese studio called Mook Animation, who did a lot of animation for both Western cartoons and Asian anime. And it does show.
Follow me and hang on. The road's a little bumpy.
Okay, so it isn't perfect. Sometimes the characters look like they're having Vietnam flashbacks, but hey, whatever. And no movie about a haunted New Orleans would be complete without a boogly-eyed psychopath character. This freaky fuck is named Snakebite Scruggs and is voiced by none other than the man himself, Mark Hamill. Which is great because he has I think a combined total of maybe 5 lines through the whole movie. What a fucking wasted opportunity. Cam Clark is also in this as a pissed-off gardener. His voice will, without a doubt, be familiar to anyone who ever had a childhood, considering he was the voice of Leonardo in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, Kaneda in the Akira Streamline dub, Liquid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid series, and a whole host of other work that I could probably waste an hour listing off here, but I won't.
Are we glad to see you?
What are you doing out here, ruining more of my flower beds?
Interestingly, Casey Kasem, the original voice actor for Shaggy, was asked to voice him in this movie, but refused because Shaggy wasn't a vegetarian in this movie, because of a scene where he eats crawfish. Really, dude? So instead, Shaggy's voiced by Billy West, yet another voice actor who really needs no introduction at all. Zombie Island is goofy for the most part, as is expected of a Scooby-Doo movie, but I have to give it props for its darker tone. It's not often an animated series makes the jump to a movie that has the balls to change up the formula and not play it so safe, and they did just that with Zombie Island. This movie desperately deserves a Blu-ray release. Come on, Warner Brothers, get on it. Plus, the soundtrack was dope as fuck.
You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl.